Hello, Abnormal Investigations. It's good to see you guys. Oh man, it's raining here in Oklahoma. It's cold and rainy on this Christmas Eve. I hope all of y'all are getting ready to have a wonderful Christmas with your family, your kids, your uncles, just everybody, your aunts. And I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from Abnormal's Investigations and from my family. Let's get into this encounter. Mike, I had an encounter with something. I'm not sure what it was. I was wondering if you've ever seen one of these or if anybody in your audience has. I'm writing this in a rush as it happened just last night. I was at church, father and son's retreat with our 4 brothers and dad. The first night was uneventful, but things took a strange turn on Saturday night. After a day of shooting skeet and rifle targets, we gathered around a huge bonfire. That's when I saw it. My brother Ricky needed to use the restrooms, and all we have out here is outhouses, which was a quarter-mile track from the fire. I accompanied him, knife in hand, prepared for a bear or skinwalker encounter. Just joking, a bear or wildlife at the time. But what we saw was unlike anything we'd ever expected to see in the woods. As we walked, I got my boots stuck in the mud, and when I looked up, I saw a tall, lanky gray figure walking toward us. It had no face, and I couldn't see any features. I flashed my flashlight and called out, but it didn't respond. When I turned back, the figure was peeking out from behind a tree. That's when I freaked out. I backed up, grabbed Ricky, and hurried him to the outhouse. I didn't want to see this strange figure anymore. After Ricky did his business, I walked him back to the cabin and tucked him in. Then I needed to use the bathroom myself, as I was about to relieve myself in the woods, not walking to the house, leaving him there by himself. I heard a voice behind me. It sounded like someone saying, "Ah." After a cold drink, I panicked, pulled up my pants, and ran back to the cabin. My dad dismissed my story, saying I was using my imagination, but I know what I saw. That night, we kept the cabin door open due to concerns about carbon monoxide poisoning. I tried to read Lovecraft to fall asleep, but I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched, and then I saw it, a bright light outside the window. When I lifted the blinds, the faceless creature was standing outside, holding a flashlight. I made a foolish decision and pretended I was armed, hoping to scare it away. The creature tossed my flashlight at the cabin, breaking it, and then it ran away into the woods. I didn't sleep much that night, and made up a story to explain the broken flashlight. The next day, we packed up and left. As we were leaving, I saw the creature again walking in the brush behind the gun range. I considered shooting at it, but I decided against it, not wanting to provoke any paranormal activity. As we drove away, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had angered it. The image of that little gray faceless creature haunted me, and I found myself wondering what I had really seen at all. When we got home, I tried to put the experience out of my mind, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I started researching online, looking for similar encounters and explanations of what I had seen. And that's when I stumbled on the only thing that made any sense to me. And whenever I found it, it was some gray color, same lack of facial expressions. And that's whenever I come to realize that what I had come in contact with in the woods was probably a rake or something similar. What do you guys think? I think it's interesting that it was holding your flashlight whenever you told it that you had a weapon or was going to shoot it, that it ran. That tells me that it does fear guns. It sounds like a million other encounters. I mean, people have encounters with them sometimes. Sometimes they don't bother you. They kind of sneak around. What it was doing with the flashlight's kind of weird, unless it was mimicking you. And then it broke your flashlight, maybe on purpose so that you wouldn't use it. That's interesting. Let me know what y'all think. And again, guys, it's Christmas Eve. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy, happy, Merry, Merry Christmas from Abnormal Investigations. Keep your head on a swivel, guys. Don't be something's dinner. And we'll see you on the next one.